oh, like I can't dedicate another 90 days of being monitored all my life. I don't need that crap like other people. It's a slap in the face to people.
Orlando's brilliant. Y'all spent time with him.
We did.
Yeah. He's highly intelligent. What he does is a character.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
I don't know who's around him. I don't know. I love him. I want what's best for him. But, you know, he need somebody, hey, come here, young.
What if the very man you laughed with on your favorite childhood sitcom is now the missing key to one of Hollywood's most explosive court battles?
Puff fucked a lot of people, and it's not nothing wrong with who he and how he them. It's all on video and audio.
In a twist that feels ripped from the pages of a Hollywood thriller, Orlando Brown, remember the hilarious Eddie from That's So Raven, has gone missing right after agreeing to testify against two of the music industry's biggest names, Diddy and Jay-Z. Brown, whose humor and charm once lit up primetime television, suddenly vanished, leaving behind a trail of questions that might just rewrite the narrative of celebrity justice. How did a star known for his quirky antics find himself at the center of such a high-stakes legal storm? And why is he suddenly nowhere to be found? The answers lie in the intersections of fame, controversy, and a labyrinth of explosive allegations that have rocked the industry.
You can tell me Pup going away for a long time, bro, but do you not hear the of Meek Mill? Do you not hear all of the shake it off, take that of Will Smith? Can you not give me the oh God of TD Jakes? I just don't want to be in the room when niggas be actually doing this, man, because that's crazy for a real Crip to pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, like, check this out. Like, I really heard Carl Winslow in there. Like, yo, I was like, yo, getting slapped like that. Slap. Who is he begging this out like a next thing you know, he walk in there and it's actually my mother.
Is Diddy a dangerous man?
Nah, you missed the fact that was my mom. Like, that was Jaguar Wright getting it's Carl Winslow, you know.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're gonna make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're gonna name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock.
Growing up watching That's So Raven, many remember Orlando Brown for his offbeat humor and magnetic personality. His role as Eddie, always ready with a laugh, a quick rap, or a perfectly timed remark, earned him a special place in the hearts of Disney Channel viewers in the early 2000s. Off camera, however, Brown's life took a darker, more complex turn. In April 2008, while juggling a busy schedule, he abruptly disappeared after a routine trip to a local convenience store. The sudden absence sent shockwaves through his inner circle and left fans in disbelief. Although he resurfaced the following day via a call-in radio interview, explaining that he needed a break to regain his sense of direction, the incident hinted at deeper personal struggles that would later intersect with even graver
Disney
controversies.
Fans, we have a serious emergency going on. Orlando Brown from the show That's So Raven is missing. Apparently he left his house to go to 7-Eleven on Tuesday night and never returned. His manager tells us that he was supposed to be at a photo shoot on Wednesday morning and never showed up. It is not like him to be out of touch for so long. So all of us are very, very worried. There are search parties out there now. And so this message is strictly to organize our search party. We will be starting all meeting in the next hour at the 7-Eleven where he was last seen. We're going to be splitting into 3 groups. Now, Group A will scout out all of the Kentucky Fried Chickens in the 10-mile radius. This is not a fat joke. Orlando really likes Kentucky Fried Chicken, so we're hoping we might find him there with like a Fiesta Bowl or something. Maybe that's Taco Bell. It doesn't matter. Group B will be going to Kenan Thompson's house. If this is a kidnapping, Kenan Thompson is the only suspect that they can think of. Now, you remember Kenan from Kenan and Kel and all that, and now he's on SNL. Well, police say that he's a little upset. He thinks that Orlando has, stolen his big, goofy, black guy comedian style, and he may be holding him at the old Good Burger movie set. So Group B will be going there. Group C, that will be with me and Raven Simone. We're gonna go out, and Raven is going to try her character's psychic powers to see if she can figure out.
One come to Hollywood and not do drugs.
Yeah.
And be successful.
Oh, hell yeah. That's easy.
It's not a requirement.
Bro, the requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
Nigga, you can take the bitch, but he wants you. He ain't worried about that bitch. he is not worried about that bitch at all.
Fast forward to more recent times, and Brown finds himself entangled in a legal quagmire that goes far beyond a mere lapse in judgment. With the court cases against Diddy and Jay-Z intensifying, amid staggering allegations ranging from sexual misconduct to racketeering, Brown's decision to testify has added an unexpected twist. During a riveting interview on the No Jumper podcast, Brown not only defended his longtime friendship with Diddy by dismissing the allegations against the mogul as hazing gone wrong, but also made jaw-dropping claims, ranging from bold confessions to outlandish theories that defied logic. At one point, he even controversially asserted that he was Jesus Christ incarnate.
Prosecutors promised when they announced the charges against Diddy, the indictment, that they were going to continue investigating. They said this is an open investigation, which certainly hinted we're not done charging this guy. And that has come true because they have now announced a superseding indictment, which basically says, which is fancy term for we got new charges.
More charges.
More charges. And by the way, this is the second superseding indictment. So they are...
Superseding.
Yeah, exactly. It should have been, isn't it a double superseding indictment?
Superseding.
The new charges relate to Victim 2. And you remember in the last time they added on more charges, they added Victim 2 and Victim 3. Victim 1, we all believe to be Cassie because Diddy's people have referred to Victim 1 as being Cassie. But Victim 2 and number 3, we don't know their identities, but now the feds are saying that allegedly Diddy was doing other things with this Victim 2 that they didn't know about, and now they have enough evidence to bring this.
So those charges are trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Which is interesting because you all have this great new documentary out talking about Diddy's defense.
Yeah.
And the mock jury in that were uncomfortable with some of these ideas of trafficking and prostitution.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt."
Have you met Diddy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What was that look? What happened?
They partied.
Explain.
He's a cool friend of mine.
He's
one of my best friends. I love him. There's nothing else to say about Diddy.
Does he have a vagina?
Come on, man.
I'm asking. I just want to know.
If Jay-Z's got a vagina,
He
then Diddy
definitely has a vagina, for sure.
Everybody knows that I love Diddy, man.
Oh, you ain't gonna say it. Diddy's like, you better not talk about my.
No, it's not even that.
You better not.
It's not
Have you
even
been
that.
threatened?
It ain't even got nothing to do with that. Everybody know I got respect for Diddy. I love Diddy. Everybody try to come at Diddy. Why am I make it harder for my mans, yo?
Many are calling this one of the most explosive celebrity court battles of our time. The stakes are massive. Not only is Brown positioned as a potential corroborating witness in a case that could redefine the legacies of Diddy and Jay-Z, but his sudden absence also raises deeply uncomfortable questions. Is he being silenced? Or has his disappearance been orchestrated as part of a deeper cover-up? Could someone be working behind the scenes to dismantle the very evidence that might expose decades of alleged misconduct within the upper echelons of the entertainment industry?
And from the beginning, the first time we talked about it is when you go to the stand, your credibility goes with you. And if anybody who's out there has ever testified, testifying is the most nervous thing you can do. And a lot of times what people want to do is if their anonymity is not protected, sometimes people say, I'm not testifying. You know, I'm not putting my name out there. I don't want to be associated with this trial. And so what prosecutors try to do is say, we will limit your testimony. Nobody will know who you are. It'll just be initials because you're trying to convince this person to testify. A lot of these women, men, so forth, don't want their name associated with this case. And I bet you there's a bunch of them out there who aren't telling their family and friends, yeah, I was in the middle of one of those freak off parties. I flew out there from Colorado, because it still has a stigma to it. And so if I'm the defense, I want their full names. I want their full testimony. I want them on the stand. If they're going to confront anybody, and we have a confrontation clause. If you confront somebody, show yourself. What's that? Show yourself. Show yourself. You must show who you are so that I can properly.
He failed to do so. It sought several warrants to search Mr. Combs' residences, his electronic devices, and his person, and it presented a grossly distorted picture of the facts. It included only inculpatory facts, and it excluded critical exculpatory evidence that was indisputably in its possession at the time. The government claimed victims were coerced into sex, but it failed to inform the magistrate that, and then there are lines that are redacted, but it goes on to say, the warrants themselves were also grossly overbroad. On a theory that Mr. Combs' entire life was a criminal enterprise, the government sought virtually all limitless authority to seize any evidence related to that enterprise, all his digital devices, and the information they contained. All information in his iCloud accounts, plus troves of records and items in his houses, almost none of which was contraband. By the way, interesting they say almost none of which was contraband. Does that indicate that there was some stuff found that could be considered to be contraband? They go on to say that perhaps the thing that's most troubling is the government received essentially limitless authority to search Mr. Combs' digital devices, which contained a vast trove of personal information. The Supreme Court and Second Circuit have repeatedly warned that it is essentially important that digital device searches must be limited and particularized. The warrants here were not. The warrants were thus unconstitutional general warrants, and the evidence obtained through those warrants must be suppressed.
All right, Cassie, she plans to testify against Diddy at the trial, and she's going to use her name. So a lot of the women who have accused Diddy are anonymous. They're
Right.
Jane Doe,
Jane Does.
or Victim 1
Or John
or 2,
Does.
or John Does. But Cassie allegedly, apparently, is going to take the stand and talk about her abuser. Obviously, that tape of him beating her up at the hotel is what set off this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, this has just made it matters so bad for Diddy. So now that she is gonna sit up there and like look him square in the eyes and talk about her side of the story, that's not great for Diddy, obviously.
No, and like I think also Cassie is a celebrity, right?
Mm.
Like millennials know who she was or is. She had like a booming career back in the day. So I think it also adds some extra zhuzh when you have like a well-known public figure coming forward.
Trusted public figure.
Trusted and beloved
Yeah.
too. So I think that also will hurt him. She of course became public. All of this went public when that video came out from CNN. So it's been revealed who she is already, and now she is not looking to conceal her name. She wants to, put it all out on the table. And yeah.
Of being members of the Illuminati, they also made darker assumptions that Beyonce was linked to the death of the rising singer Aaliyah. Rolling Stone said, "The far reaches of the internet even link Beyonce's rise to fame with R&B singer Aaliyah's untimely death in 2001, with theorists claiming that Aaliyah was killed because she had tried to get out from under the Illuminati's control. According to that narrative, Aaliyah was meant to be the rightful queen of the music industry, but after her death, Beyonce stepped in to take her place." And this is the thing about these theories. Sometimes they include like the Illuminati, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just like the shady elites. And I think in general, they're interchangeable. Theorists have also pointed to J. Cole's song She Knows from 2013 when he referenced Beyonce, Aaliyah, and Left Eye, one of the members of TLC who tragically passed away in a car crash in 2002. And while the mention doesn't have any direct correlation to the theory on the song, people often point out how both Aaliyah and Left Eye, supposed competitors of Beyonce around that time, passed away in 2001 and 2002 respectively. This idea that Beyonce was now queen of the music industry has resurfaced recently with all of the P. Diddy stuff that's coming out, thanks to people like Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright, who are claiming that a lot of industry secrets are going to be exposed.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
When's your birthday?
It's a mold.
When's your birthday?
12/04/87, the same birthday as Jay-Z. So
That's your. Oh, he's a Sagittarius.
Literally the same?
yeah, it's the same birthday as her,
Me.
Jay-Z. So my main thing.
What? How is she Jay-Z?
So my main thing is that
Explain that.
the same way you're
Explain
Miley,
that.
the same way you're Miley Cyrus. I don't know, Miley. Look at the front teeth. Look at the grill. You know what I'm saying? I came in like a wrecking ball.
But how am I Jay-Z?
Because you know what I mean. It's always the top grill. All your top grill. Yeah, you got it. It doesn't mean that it's bad.
Ting.
But you compare. She has nice teeth.
I do.
I didn't say that it was bad.
But Jay-Z kind of has like the camel teeth thing going. Let's
What
be
you
real.
trying to say?
Wait,
Hold
that's
on.
what people.
Up.
I'm not. That's not what I say.
About Jigga's teeth.
But people always say he looks like a camel. Like he's even rapped about it.
About Jigga's teeth? No, man.
I'm just saying, like that's what I think of when you say Jay-Z's
no,
teeth.
man. You know, it's very recognizable. The mouth part. The mouth.
He has a recognizable mouth.
Yeah, and so does Miley. That's all I'm saying. So. Yeah.
Does she?
Mm-hmm. They'll rewind this shit, start to look, and I promise all the memes and. He said no jumper looks like Miley Cyrus, and you look like Jay-Z.
I don't look like Jay-Z.
What do you look like with the slanted flat top? Is the flat top back?
Oh, well, it's our prerogative. The whole entire world, not just mine.
It's
it's our prerogative. Yeah.
Long-term effects when we do crystal meth and things that can really affect the neurotransmitters in our brain. And whenever we do certain drugs, it can connect half a thought with another half a thought, so it can get pretty confusing. And I think there's a real good chance that what you've been through has caused you to have some neurological disruption.
Well, no, not necessarily. Me personally, not to cut you off, me personally, it's not about, saying F it or anything.
It's very clear to me that some of your thinking is confused. And I think that you need some treatment for that will unravel that. And I think in a very short time, you can get back to being the Orlando that has been so successful in your life. And I know that even with some of that confusing and racing thoughts, that somewhere in there, you know what I'm saying is right. And somewhere in there, you know that I'm offering to help you, and you should take that help.
I'm 4 years sober for a reason. I just now got out of rehab. I just now got out of ER. I'm not doing no more time away from my kids other than I need to. There's no characters. There's no. It's what did they want from me? What did they want to see? They labeled it whatever the they want to label it. That's why I don't care. They can label me whatever the fuck they want to label me. You can't put me in a box. It's the Holy Spirit. By any means necessary, it's going to shine bright. By any means necessary. I done been arrested, set up, damn near almost killed every damn day. But it's how you maneuver it. It's the Holy Spirit. It has nothing to do with what they want to label me as. They know who I am. They know what I'm capable of. They want to play with themselves. Oh, well, he's talking in code. No, nigga. I said I'm not giving my asshole up. That's not a code. Ain't no code to that. I'm not bending on even no couches. Y'all niggas ain't running up my ass. Ain't no studio for me to go go get raped and be looking like somebody's funny. Get the fuck out of here. None of that shit. And since I can get on Pornhub and identify who the fuck is getting, that's the problem. Stop getting Pornhub. Period. This shit gonna hurt. Yeah. When you see your mama get bent over, when you see your aunties getting, when you see your daddy getting dick in his mouth. Tonight, you know, I don't want to, I know they're dancing, they're looking for boyfriends and girlfriends and this and that nature. Does comedy still live? You know what I mean? Right. Does comedy itself still live? No. Yes. You know? Yeah. Roseanne Barr. It's like, you know, where does Ellen get it from? Ellen DeGeneres. Whole bunch of girls. Party bus. Where do you get it from?
You think Ellen was at
Close
the Diddy party?
my door. Ellen DeGeneres. You know, Jimmy Fallon. Jay Leno. Oh, come on, man. You're talking Johnny Carson. You can really get in trouble for this fame. Right. Die thinking about it. That's how high we are off the fame. That's where we are right now. And then the world is looking at it and we're getting paid off of it. And it's just like, dude, we're on a Jimi Hendrix level. We're on a, Jim Dean, Jim Kelly even. Mike Tyson, he's the one trying to fight for everybody.